What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Plus Unit Picks. If you're new here, on this channel, we focus strictly on NBA player props backed by data, projections, and real edges in the numbers. No guessing, no chasing narratives, no forcing plays that aren't there. If that's your style, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. Now, quick recap from last night. Man, that was a tough one, guys. We finished with one win, two losses, and one did not play. Kind of a letdown, not the result we wanted, but here's the key. Both losses were razor thin. Starting with Miles Turner. Man, he started off strong. Strong first half and positioned us well. In the second half, he literally needed just 3 combined points. That was it. 3 combined points or a rebound or an assist. He got none of that in the second half. So, yeah, pretty much a letdown there. Let's see. Somehow, despite heavy minutes, he didn't record a single stat in those categories. So it's not a bad read. It's just variance, guys. Then Buzelis on the under. He stayed under most of the game. We were in control heading into the fourth quarter, but late game pace extended the run, pushed his total over the line in the final frame. And then we had the do not play for that's just variance, guys. It's a part of betting. You just have to stay disciplined, and we're going to keep staying disciplined and trusting the data as we move forward. So just going to be a quick reset for the most part. We're not going to deviate from the process here. That's what you do. But for tonight's slate, I've got a few more picks here. We're not forcing plays or anything like that. We're just taking what we see on the board. So we're going to attack a defensive mismatch. We're going to go with a high usage scoring engine in a strong spot and a roll base under where the number is inflated. All right. Before we jump into pick one, there's a few housekeeping items I just want to go over really quick. So basically, guys, again, if you're not taking advantage of this with better yet, you're leaving money on the table. What are you guys doing? Right now, new users on Better get a free $10 just for signing up. That's right, free $10, not a deposit match, not bet $100 to get 10, just a free $10 for signing up. Okay. Then on your first deposit, you can get up to $200 in bonuses, guys. Yes, you heard it. $200, right? Scan the QR code on my screen, download Better, and use my code +1. You see it here on the screen? All right. PLUS1. If you use my code, you'll get to take advantage of all of those bonuses. And also, here's where it gets better. If you sign up on Better using the code and send me proof that you signed up, I'll give you 30 days free access in my VIP group on Winnable. So that's my full card, every prop that I'm betting, full write-ups, clear reasoning, and direct text alerts straight to your phone well before game time. So that means no guessing, no scrambling, no chasing late lines. You're getting ahead of the curve here. So just to recap, you get a free $10 for signing up on Better. You get up to, a free $200 deposit bonus on your first deposit and a full month of VIP access in my Winnable. So if you're already betting props and you're not stacking bonuses like this, you guys are seriously doing it wrong. Okay? Links in the description. And now we're going to get into my first 2 plays. The first play that we have up, once it loads here on my screen, that's going to be Amin Thompson. Amin Thompson with over 0.5 blocks. So this isn't just the low line. It's a mismatch of talent versus the number. Amin has developed into one of the best perimeter defenders in the entire league, all defensive first team. 7-foot wingspan, elite lateral quickness. He legitimately can just about guard everyone on the floor from 1 through 4. When you combine that stat with length, 37 plus minutes per night, the opportunity is massive. Now looking at the matchup, they're facing the Wizards, a team that plays fast and attacks downhill. That means more drives, more interior attempts, and more recovery situations where Amin can rotate from the weak side and contest at the rim. So just diving into the numbers really quick. Last 5 games, Amin is covering that at an 80% clip. The last game, he did not cover against Miami, but the previous 4 games, he hit all 4 at 80%. The last 10, it looks like he's hitting at a 70% clip 7 out of 10, even higher, well, even lower, I'm sorry. Over a 20-game span, he's still pretty consistent at 60%. He's, like I said, he's averaging about 1.8, close to 1 per game. And then head-to-head, if we look at it, against the Wizards, he's hitting at a 67% clip. Based upon his position, he's a small forward, and small forwards in the league are kind of middle of the pack against the Wizards, but I'm still taking it. It's still a lock for me. Amin Thompson, number 1 at over 1.5 blocks. Moving into the second pick, I've got Keontae George. Keontae George with an over here, over 20.5 points and rebounds, right? Keontae George, this line feels kind of light for the role that he's playing right now. George has made the leap this season. He's averaging over 23 points per game and has become the clear offensive hub for Utah. He's not just a role engine and the guy, the offense runs through him. He's pretty much the guy the offense runs through. He's playing nearly 34 minutes a night, and the shot volume is consistent. He's also shooting over 37% from 3 on high attempts, which can clear this number off points alone. You factor in rebounds, I think we're in a good spot. They're playing Denver, spacing and 3-point volume. There are long rebound opportunities for guards like George. He's active enough. It looks like 4 to 6 boards in competitive games. That's kind of what he's averaging. Pair it with scoring on the floor. In their previous meeting, he shot 50% from the field in a pretty good matchup. He's comfortable attacking Denver's defensive coverages, especially in pick and roll situations where he can pull rim protectors out of position. Let's dive into the numbers really quick for Keontae. Over the last 5 games, he's hitting points and rebounds over 20.5. He's averaging 21 at a median. He's slightly below the 20.5 average by 0.3, but he's still hitting it at a 60% clip. Give me that all day. Over the last 10 games, it's a bit higher at a 70% clip. And then over a 20-game stretch, it's higher at 75%. So he's pretty consistent, guys. We look at the matchup in terms of head-to-head against the Nuggets. It's at a 60% clip. So, yeah, give me this all day. The only red flag we're looking at is against point guards. It looks like we could run into some trouble based upon opposing point guards that Denver has faced. But like I said, the matchup that he's had against them already, he's 3 of 5. So give me that all day for sure. All right, before we move into the third and final pick, guys, quick reminder, if you're placing these plays, make sure you're on Better, a free $10 bonus just for signing up to a $200 deposit bonus. Like I said, you have to be a new user. Use my code +1, that's PLUS1, and you'll get free access to my VIP membership on Winnable, okay? The Plus Unit Sports Picks on Winnable. You get free access just for signing up if you send me proof of the sign up. And with that being said, I'm going to move into the third and final pick and wrap things up today. So the third and final pick will be Moses Moody. I've got Moses Moody under 17.5 points and rebounds. This is a role-based under. Moody has become a really strong 3-and-D starter for Golden State, but this offensive production is highly dependent on efficiency. Over half of his shots are catch and shoot threes, meaning he's relying on created looks from Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. I know those guys are out. He's averaging about 12 points per game on the season. So for him to clear 17.5 points and rebounds, he likely needs either a hot shooting night from deep or an outlier rebounding performance. Looking at the matchup, he's facing the LA Clippers, a veteran wing-heavy team. In previous meetings, his primary value has been defensive. So he's going to be guarding Kawhi, elite scorer like Kawhi. That's going to be the point of attack. That's a high-energy defensive assignment, so doesn't really translate into offensive production. His minutes are steady at about 25 per game, but his usage is still secondary within the starting lineup. Yes, he's had a productive stretch recently, but this number assumes near-ceiling efficiency. If he lands closer to his season averages, this line is simply too high, given his defensive focus role as an off-ball spacer and reliance on shooting variance, the number makes a lot of sense here. Okay, so that's the third and final pick. And with that being said, guys, actually, I wanted to show you guys the numbers before we wrap up here. Through outlier.bet, great tool to use to do research and analysis, especially on prop analysis. Looking at the last 5 games for the points and rebound under, he's hitting that at a 60% clip. Over the past 10 games, it looks like he's hitting that at a 60% clip as well. Pretty consistent. And then over a 20-game stretch, he's hitting that at a 65% clip. I know Steph Curry is out, but still, I think that's a pretty good spot to take. And then based upon the matchup, he's a shooting guard, and it looks pretty favorable against the Clippers based upon other shooting guards that they faced this season. So that will wrap up our third and final pick. And again, we've got Amin Thompson with over 0.5 block shots. We've got Keontae George over 20.5 points and rebounds. And I've got Moses Moody at under 17.5 points and rebounds. 3 pretty solid picks, guys. It jumped off the board as far as our key indicators that we're using. If you're riding, hit a fire emoji. Give me a fire emoji in the comments. So let's stay sharp and disciplined. And most importantly, let's stack those units, guys. I'm Austin signing off again, and good luck on those picks. All right, later.